Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Extra Time TV. This is Andre
I'm
Sokla.
Kevin Campbell.
And we have lots and lots of football news going on.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago has recently concluded their, Nicaraguan tour.
Yeah.
A loss or whatever, but now the critical games are taking place. Trinidad and Tobago now take on Suriname in a very crucial Gold Cup qualifier, which is very complex. Kevin explained in great detail in one of our previous videos. You can check it out at the end. For those of you who don't understand, he explains it perfectly.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, we play Suriname. Tell me what are your thoughts on this game?
Yes, Andrew. It's a very important game. It's probably one of the most important games we've played in a while.
Yeah.
Because we have a second chance. We have a lifeline.
Yes.
And that is qualification for the Gold Cup 2017. Now, if we come out top of this group that contains Suriname and Haiti, we move on to play the fifth place team in the Copa Centroamericano, which most likely is going to be Nicaragua because Guatemala has been expelled by FIFA for irregularities. So Wednesday at Cuba, we take on Suriname, and Coach Sinfeet, he has had 2 games under his belt against Nicaragua, and his lineups will be more fortified for the game against Suriname. But he brought in a lot of experienced players like Conor Glenn and Carlos Edwards to add that experience and lifeline to the squad. But let's talk about Suriname for a bit. Now, the last time Suriname did anything of significance was in 1978, where they actually won the CFU Cup in Trinidad. So they have a good record in this part of the world. And I think that Suriname is a country, all their players, barring one, play in the Surinamese league. And that one exception is Dimitri Apai. And when does he play?
W Connection.
Yep, in Trinidad.
Top player.
Yeah. So Suriname, they play great football. They pass the ball well. And that's from a history of producing great athletes and great footballers. Because remember, Andre, this country, they produce the likes of Frank Rijkaard, Cliver, David, Seedorf, Hasselbank. And right now it's Wijnaldum in Liverpool.
Yes.
But they've all sort of defected and played for Holland instead because of the history. But Suriname is a country that is a beautiful country, by the way. I went there last year and it was really great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, but coming into the game, Suriname, they would really need to get an early goal to be victorious. But we should use our experience and our quality to outdo Suriname. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll be there on Wednesday. And Andre, what do you think we should do to actually get the better of Suriname this round?
Basically, this is a game, and as we learned from the Martinique game, these games, it should be straightforward. I mean, our players, top to bottom, even the new players, are definitely quality players. They're starting to get their legs stretched at the international level. This is no longer, experimental games now. But Trinidad and Tobago has shown in previous years, when it's crunch time, we have a tendency to buckle under the pressure. We had no business losing to Haiti in the Copa Centenario qualifiers. We created lots of chances. The keeper was in miraculous form, and we just did not score goals. It seems to be a problem that has been haunting Trinidad for some time now. It's what basically undid Stephen Hart. Kenwin Jones just didn't take his chances. People have their opinions on that. That's a whole other story. But Trinidad needs to be calm. We heard the W Connection coach speak about this, Stern John speak about this, that you could train these guys, go through the routine, and then on the actual day, these guys have to execute that on the field. And it's a complaint I've heard from numerous coaches. We have interviewed a lot, and they're saying, the psychological aspect of the game is something very much a problem. We should win this game. I'm not going to say we're going to blast this team, but I think our biggest enemy is ourselves, and the psychological aspect where the players just need to be really calm. I use that word about 6 times in this, statement so far. But the players need to be calm, execute the plan, and I'm not overly convinced we have solved that goal scoring problem. Sinfeet said he has no problem trying different tactical approaches, but I think we need to go out there and be calm. That is the key word. I think we have a pretty set formation. Sinfeet looks like he wants to try, the wingers as well. Bringing in Cornel Glenn. He seems to like that false 9 solution. He seems to be trying that. So, it seems as if he's building on what Stephen Hart did. And, come Cuba, we have the home advantage. We literally are in a very comfortable stadium. A lot of these players play there all the time. So we really have no excuse now. We have to win. And, if you don't win this game, it pretty much is all done and dusted for us.
If we don't win, we're out. And the game needs to have a winner. No draws because it goes straight to extra time and penalties.
Yes.
And if we don't win, then Haiti or Suriname is going to go through.
Yes.
But I interviewed Tom Saint-Feet a couple of weeks ago, and I was a bit impressed with the way he conducted his session. It was pretty light, but he had a lot of personal players in terms of how he related to the players. I mean, he had a lot of what we would say comical drills, but it was to really build a camaraderie and to build that rapport between players and between the players and the staff. And because everyone's pretty new in the setup. And I like that he actually knew each player by their first names and he called each player across. That means that outside of the football world, he spent personal time with the players, speaking and getting to know their personalities, which is always good because building and fostering that team ethic is the nexus of a good team, really, and going forward as a nation. So I'm hoping that he gets a result on Wednesday. We'll be there. I'm hoping that we can use as a catalyst for the Haiti game, and eventually the World Cup qualifiers against Panama and Mexico come next year. And
Speaking about Haiti has been, just to let people know, Haiti has been a thorn in our side at crucial times. Way back, it was in the 70s as well. You guys could check it out on YouTube. For those of you guys, we know about it. We had a controversial exit. Some goals being disallowed, and then the recent Copa Centenario defeat. It's a bit scary. I think these are psychological hurdles we need to cover. As you mentioned, Saint-Feet. A lot of the top level coaches, it's not all tactics. I mean, a lot of people sit down and we could speak about tactics all day. Well, why doesn't he use 4-3-3? Why doesn't he use those players? I think I like to dub the term the FIFA generation, the FIFA gaming generation, where it's not just about the lineups. There are lots of things that go into preparing a national team. These are 11 individuals. I mean, you could speak about tactics all day. But the coaches now have to transmit these ideas to these guys. Saint-Feet came down in a short period of time. I saw him at games. So he's doing his homework. He has a technical team there, Shabazz and those guys. So, they all, if you disagree or agree with their selection, we could probably all agree that they all want to win, whether the approach is that. I think the approach is where people differ on. But I think we've seen him do his work. And my major concern is that the window is so small for him to get to know the players. For a guy who just came in, that is his biggest obstacle, I think. Getting to know these players in a short period of time and getting them to understand what he wants. And that is really down to the players and his communication. So Haiti is also, I think, a psychological hurdle. I think we have no business losing to either team. I think once we solve that goal scoring problem, the stage is set for us to win at home. And there's lots of off-topic stuff about indiscipline and players missing their flights, and some players had to be disciplined for whatever reason. I don't know the full details about that, and I'm not going to speak about stuff I don't know about. But I hope that all these things are cleared up. Saint-Feet, a coach, I think, needs to stamp his authority. So we'll see how that turns out. And I hope we get the result.
And if there's one guy that has experience and has prior working knowledge with disjointed federations, it's Saint-Feet, because he's been to Tanzania, Yemen, Ethiopia, and some really shady and dodgy places with football. So he'll be at home and he can count on all his experience with him.
Outside Hart, he's probably the right guy. I don't think any other coach could be ready for such chaos. Everybody means well, but we all know things are not perfect. People speak about it all the time in all the media houses in Trinidad. Everybody has an opinion. And, speaking of opinions, let us know what you think in the comment section below. We know you all are passionate fans. We've seen those comments in the comment section below. We read every single one, the comments on Facebook. Even some people who know us, private messages, email us, which is something I forget to mention.
DMs.
You could, actually email us at extratimetvtt@gmail.com if you want to have a more comprehensive thing, and tell us what you want to see on the show as well. So we know in the context of Trinidad and Tobago, we have some strong opinions. So let us know. We'd love to hear what you all have to say. And, it's interesting to hear people's different opinions. So, Kevon, with that being said, I hope Trinidad and Tobago wins.
Me too.
I'm trying to be all analytical, but we'll see how it goes. We saw what happened with Martinique. So I'm cautiously optimistic. So, Kevon, where can we find you?
Kev868 on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me at Andres Soklal on Instagram and Twitter. And also, like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel And when you do that, you automatically qualify for a chance to win a copy of
FIFA 17.
and also tickets to these upcoming games. So those guys who commented below, we could testify. Candice Mohan won. I can't remember the other guy. So much people. We give away a lot of prizes.
Yeah.
So those of you wondering, we do. It's pretty random. It's not. It's this big scientific process. So keep the comments coming. We love it. We always want to improve. We have an exciting 2017 to kick things off with. I mean, we get these games. So we hit the ground running in 2017. We appreciate you guys supporting us in 2016. Stay tuned. We have lots coming up, and make sure and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is Andres Oklao.
I'm Kevin Campbell.
And we've had a wonderful 2016. Extra Time TV is a baby in the world of football,
Yes,
but we've visited lots of places, we've done lots of things. It's amazing what we have done in 6 months. We visited the Copa Centenario, actually went to the games. Kevin and I previewed all the games and managed to analyze everything. And we also went across to Europe.
Yeah, France, the Euros.
Yes.
It was a great tournament. Portugal came out victorious. And as a team, we also looked at the BPL, Serie A, the CONCACAF Champions League. We went to a lot of matches.
Oh, yeah.
Saw a lot of great clubs. And we also followed Trinidad's journey to the Hex.
Yes.
So 2016 was definitely a success. And we look forward to 2017.
Yes, we look forward. The crew visited even the gamers. We also visited camps around the country. Nothing was off limits for us. We literally went where we could physically go at all times. It's been a wonderful year, as Kevin and I said. And we look forward to bringing you guys an exciting 2017. So on behalf of the cast, crew, and the people who are not on screen, the crew behind the camera, Happy New Year, 2017.